Hello, everyone. This is Carrie Carlisle, and I am so excited to have you with me for this master class. Welcome to the Secrets to Boosting Your Kids' Sleep, Focus, and Immunity Using Essential Oils. I am so thrilled that you have decided to take some time out of your busy day and join me here for this class. So first of all, before we get started, I just want to make sure that everybody can hear me. So I want to do a little sound check. If you can hear me, then locate the chat box. You should see it somewhere by the presentation and type in yes or okay. Looks like I'm getting yeses. We're good to go. Perfect. Okay. Looks like a lot of you out there can hear me. So I think that we are ready to move on. Okay, so I wanted to start off by saying that as a thank you, I have some special bonuses. And this is a bonus that you'll learn about getting a bottle of wild orange oil. And I will talk more at the end of the webinar. So make sure to stay tuned so that you can learn at the end of class how you can get your own free bottle of wild orange. So a lot of you probably don't know me, so I wanted to introduce myself a little bit. This is a picture of me and my husband, Chase. We've been married for about 10 years now, and he is actually the one that introduced me to essential oils. I had no idea when I married him on the left that he was a hippie at heart. He is the one who said he wanted to try it out, and I thought he was crazy. He wanted to try out some voodoo. I didn't know what these essential oils were. I didn't know how they could help us, but he wanted them, and so I said, great, I'll get you them for Father's Day. It's your thing. I won't worry about it. Well, a couple months down the line, I'm pregnant with our third child, and my hips start to hurt extremely bad, as any of you who have been pregnant before can attest to that happening. So he gave me some lemongrass oil to put on. The pain went away, and I started to believe that maybe essential oils had something good that we could use. So this is a picture of our 9th anniversary. We're coming up on number 10. And I want to introduce you to my kids. So this is where I really started to look at using essential oils for my family. On the left, I have my daughter's Ella. She's about to turn 6. And then my other daughter is Sadie. She's 3. And then on the right, you have little Mr. Edison, who's less than a year. So back when Edison was really small, not really small, but about 6 months old, we had a huge sleep problem in our house. So my oldest daughter, Ella, was having crazy nightmares every night, 2 or 3 times a night. We were waking up. She shares a room with Sadie, so both of them were waking up. And then at the same time, Edison wasn't sleeping through the night. So basically, none of us were getting any sleep. I was getting super frustrated. I had no idea how to stop her from having nightmares. And I just felt hopeless. And I wanted to show you who the culprit of these nightmares was. This sinister looking scarecrow right here. So this is actually from Curious George, you guys. This is from a kid's book. And he is a headless scarecrow that kicks your hat off on Halloween night. So not even anything dastardly, which I just found completely hilarious. But I was super hopeless and frustrated. I would talk to other moms. They said, you just have to deal with it. It's a phase she'll go through. I tried explaining to her that the story wasn't true. We tried thinking happy thoughts like unicorns and butterflies before bed, just anything I could think to do, because I had no idea how I was going to crawl into her subconscious and stop her from having these nightmares. But the lack of sleep in our house was just getting on all of us, because it went on for several months. And I don't know if any of you have felt like this, but show me by a raise of hands, how many of you have felt that sense of helplessness with your kids' problems? Has anyone else felt that feeling? Okay, looks like Mary has. Oh, you definitely know how I'm feeling there, Cindy. Thank you. It looks like quite a few of you have felt that sense of helplessness where you don't have a solution to your kids' problems. You don't know how to help them. So I started to do a little bit of research, found out that part of the reason she might be having nightmares was that she's not sleeping deeply enough. Now, remember, my daughter's only 5 at this point. So I turned to essential oils. So I used lavender and frankincense, which we're going to talk about in just a little bit. Put that combination on their feet, on my daughter's feet, both of them. And the first night, this is what my kids are looking like. Sleeping like a charm. My daughter, who was having nightmares, Ella, the oldest, did not wake up. My middle daughter, Sadie, did not wake up because Ella did not wake up. And at the same time, I also put it on my son Edison's feet, who was still waking up in the middle of the night, and he only woke up once. So I went from waking 4 or 5 times up that first night to 1 time. I thought maybe it was just a coincidence. We'll try it again. Did it a second night. The same thing happened. So I kept doing it, and within a week, Edison was also sleeping through the night, and we were all getting the rest that we finally needed. And that's when I started looking to essential oils first as possible solutions to the things that I was dealing with. Really where this whole the whole class that I'm teaching you today stemmed from. For what you're going to learn in this class today. So first of all, we're going to do a little bit of background on what essential oils are and why they work. Then I'm going to tell you how to safely and effectively use essential oils with your kids, because there's lots of questions out there about that. I'm going to talk about remedies for better sleep, one of which you've already heard. Oils for improved focus. We're going to talk specifically about 3 types of focus. And then I'm going to tell you some of the oils and blends that are going to boost immunity and help your family with their overall wellness, even when boosted immunity doesn't help. Okay, so let's start out with Essential Oils 101. What are essential oils anyway? There are some of you that may have never heard of them, and some of you may be familiar with them. So I just wanted to level set the playing field for our class today. If you've ever enjoyed the scent of a rose, then you've experienced the aromatic qualities of essential oils. So they're natural aromatic compounds found in plants, and they're nature's defense mechanism for their plants and cells. So you've heard of different plants having an aroma that repels bugs, things like that. So it's a defense mechanism for them, and it provides protection against environmental threats, and it also plays a role in plant pollination. So in addition to the intrinsic benefits to plants and being beautifully fragrant, essential oils have actually been used for thousands of years in terms of food preparation, beauty treatment, and even healthcare practices. And the way that we get these oils, so I wanted to show you these 2 pictures. The one on the top is a peppermint leaf for peppermint oil, and then this is actually magnified. So those little white sacs that you see, that's where the oil is. So how we get to that oil is we traditionally steam distill it. Some oils are cold pressed like you would olive oil. So what they do is they take the part of the plants that they're getting the oils from, and they steam that part of the plants, and the oils release into the air along with the steam. Back down, you have water and oil mixed together, and the oil comes to the surface and they skim it off. So that's how we get essential oils. And essential oils are extremely potent. So I love this statistic. 1 drop of peppermint oil is equivalent in the health benefits to 28 cups of peppermint tea. So we are talking about some strong stuff here. So if you remember back in the day, there used to be a cereal commercial. You could have like 1 bowl of Total and it gave you all the nutrition, and then it compared it to another leading cereal and it had like a dozen bowls up to the ceiling. It's the same idea. 1 drop of peppermint oil is going to go a long way, highly concentrated. So how exactly do essential oils work? So essential oils are going to be either you're going to be smelling them in, or they're going to get into your bloodstream. And the nice thing is that essential oils can actually diffuse into cell membranes and fight against threats. So since they can penetrate the cell wall within your body, It can not only take care of threats that are found outside of the cell, but it can attack threats that are found inside the cell as well. And some oils even cross the blood-brain barrier. So that's something that very few things can do. So it can work on your brain cells, which is awesome, if you ask me. The great benefit is that you don't become immune to the benefits of essential oils. So it's not like you can use one too much and then it no longer have the same effect. So why even look at natural solutions? Like I said, I was probably the last person that would ever consider using natural solutions. My husband introduced me to it. He was the one that went all hippie on me, and now it's the first thing that I turn to in my home. So why even consider it? If you out there remember this commercial, let me look and see if anyone remembers when it became a huge deal that Breyers was making all natural vanilla. How many of you remember that? So just to jog your memory, it was a commercial of two little kids. They were given another ice cream box. They were trying to pronounce the ingredients. They couldn't pronounce them at all. And then they were handed a Breyers vanilla. And as you can see on the back of the box, milk, cream, sugar. How many of you remember that? Okay, I see a few of you do. Excellent. Oh, Sonia does. Oh, Bob does. Okay. I'm not alone. I remember that was the big first push towards having natural ingredients in a food product. And so I kind of think of essential oils as the same thing. This is part of this revolution of using things that come from nature to help our bodies. We know exactly where these things are coming from. We can pronounce them, and it's just one of the reasons that that made sense after I first started using essential oils. So some other things that are great about these natural solutions is there's no side effects with recommended use. So as long as you're using them properly, you're not going to have any side effects. It supports the body and its natural function. So what oils are designed to do is actually help the body function as it was supposed to. So when you look at a lot of the essential oils, it'll tell you like this supports healthy kidney function, or this supports your immune system is what we're going to be talking about. So it's not meant to replace something in your body, but rather to boost what your body should already be doing. The best part is it's available in your home. So when you have essential oils on hand, you have a solution you can turn to right away without having to go out and get anything. So that's just some of the reasons that natural solutions are great options for your family. So I want to talk about what I looked for in an essential oil. So first and foremost, quality is paramount. So on the left is a diagram of the different grades of essential oil. So in most of the marketplace, you're going to get synthetic, which is just meant to have that smell. So that's what you're going to get in your perfumes, and that's what you're going to get in your lotions that you're going to buy over the counter from places. They have food grade oils, which can be added for flavor into your food. And then you'll see therapeutic grade oils, which is traditionally what's used for aromatherapy. Now, the oils that I use are doTERRA essential oils. And I and my husband did a lot of research before choosing to go with doTERRA. And one of the things that we loved was they had created their own standard of quality. So at the time when doTERRA was developed, there was no standard grade that they found was good enough. There was no standard out there, so they decided to create their own standard called Certified Pure Therapeutic Grade. And each batch undergoes a series of third-party tests in order to ensure purity. So all of the recommendations that I make in this presentation are only based on using Certified Pure Therapeutic Grade oils. So if it does not have that level of purity, then you may not be able to use some of the solutions I talked about today, especially when it comes to using them topically, and you never want to use anything less than Certified Pure Therapeutic Grade if you're going to use them internally. But because it has that level of quality assurance, I feel really good about the oils that I'm using from doTERRA. The next thing that I looked at was sourcing. So the potency and the chemical makeup of an oil is dependent upon where the plant is sourced from and when it is harvested. So you can see, excuse me, doTERRA sources from all over the world. So they will look to find where the plant is grown best, and they will work with those local farmers who know the land and know the crops in order to harvest them. And they will actually build distilleries right there on site so that they can go straight from farm to the distillery to make sure that you have the highest quality oil that you can possibly get. Another cool thing about doTERRA is that some oils are exclusive to doTERRA. So for instance, the frankincense that doTERRA has is grown in Oman, and it's unlike any other frankincense that's out there in the world. So the frankincense from Oman is just slightly different in its chemical makeup than other frankincense. So the results you have with doTERRA might not be the same results you would get from a different source. And then the last thing that I looked at was the type of company and the people that were at doTERRA. So one of the things that's huge for me is science, and everything I want it to be backed up by some sort of science. That's the type of person I am. I got my master's degree in math. I am a fact lady. So that's one of the things that I love about this company is everything is based in science. So for instance, one of the oils I'll talk about later is vetiver. So here's an article that doTERRA Science put out about vetiver and focus. So here's a little, preview of what I'm about to talk about. And then the people. The people are very much concerned about your health, helping you to get better, helping you to have the best possible well-being you can. And because I felt that genuine care and compassion, I feel like doTERRA is a company that I wanted to buy oils from. So everything I talk about today will be in reference to doTERRA's oils. Okay, so next, let's talk about how to use essential oils. Okay, so the first way and the easiest way to use it for your whole family is with a diffuser or by inhaling it directly. So this is called the petal diffuser on the right. How it works is you put the oil into water inside of the diffuser, and then it's kind of like a humidifier, so it turns it into vapor, and then the oil particles and the water particles get mixed together into the air, and you can enjoy the benefits. You can also use your own body heat to diffuse. And so what you'll see a lot of times is people will take a couple drops of oil, they'll rub it in their hands, and then they'll lift it up and smell their hands. Now I have to admit, this lady here looks so nice and peaceful and happy. But when I first started using essential oils, here's a little secret I'll let you in on. This is what I thought of instead. How many remember this gal from Saturday Night Live? She used to get nervous. She'd stick her hands in her armpits and then she'd smell them. To this day, when I see people smell oils, this is actually what I'm thinking about instead of this. Anyway, so that's just for your own little kicks and giggles there, that's what I secretly think about. But it is a great way to smell in essential oils when you're on the go. The next way you can use it is topically. So remember that one drop goes a long way. You're only using 1 to 2 drops when you are creating these topical applications. And you can apply them to the feet, ears, back of the neck, or troubled areas, depending on what you're using it for. Frequently on my kids, I'll be applying it to their feet. The feet actually really absorb quickly. So it's a great way to get the essential oils into your system. And then you also want to dilute with a carrier oil, which I'll talk more about in just a minute, for sensitive skin. And then the third way you can use it is internally. And again, this is only with certified pure therapeutic grade oils. Do not ingest on there that's not at that level of certified pure therapeutic grade, and on the label says you can take internally. So when you take it internally, you can add it to water. You can place a drop under your tongue, or you can place drops in a veggie capsule and swallow. I do that frequently with the oils that I know will give me benefits internally, but I don't like how strong of a taste they are. For instance, cinnamon. I'm not a huge cinnamon fan, but I know that it can have benefits for me. So I'd put an oil like that into a capsule in order to swallow it. Okay, so the real reason that you came here today, now that we have all that background out of the way, is you want to know how to use oils on your kids and how are you going to be able to benefit them. So let's talk about safety first. And look at my cute little Edison. Do you see him? This is the first time he went swimming, and he's just a little trooper with my husband. Anyway, safety first. I always think about water too when we think about safety. So first of all, oils are safe to use on kids, but keep them out of reach of children. So just like you would anything else, you want to make sure that little hands can't get a hold of the oils because they do smell pretty and you don't want them drinking it. Because children should not ingest oils. They should only diffuse or use them topically. And remember, 1 drop is the equivalent of 28 cups of peppermint tea when it comes to peppermint oil. So you wouldn't want your small little one consuming 28 cups of peppermint tea in one shot. Never put the oils in ears, nose, or eyes. Babies should be at least 3 months old when applying topically, and you have to make sure there's proper circulation when diffusing around kids. So you want to make sure that air is going so that it just doesn't overwhelm them. Okay, so like I said, you want to always dilute oils when applying topically to children. So let me tell you about the easiest way to do this. This picture right here is a roller ball meant for essential oils. Your roller bottle has to be a glass roller bottle because otherwise, if it's like plastic, what will happen is the oil will absorb into the plastic, and so it will always be that smell or that taste. So it's going to be a glass roller ball. What you'll do is you'll put the essential oils in the bottom, and then you'll fill the rest of the way up with a carrier oil. Some great carrier oils are fractionated coconut oil. That's what I use, and that's what I recommend. But other oils that you can use are avocado oil, jojoba oil, or almond oil. And then once you fill it up, you put this little white roller cap on the top and press it in. And then all you have to do to apply is simply roll it on their skin, just like roll on deodorant. I guess that's the first thing that I think of if you're not familiar. And then the next thing you have to look at is the dilution guide by age. So obviously the amount of oil that a little, 6-month-old is going to need is going to be different than the amount of oil that a 10-year-old is going to need. So this is a quick little dilution guide. Some recipes you'll see, you want a certain percentage of dilution per age. This tells you the amount of oils, essential oils that you would put in a 10 milliliter roller ball. 10 milliliters is about the equivalent to 2 teaspoons, by the way. So you can see what I traditionally use for my son. He's under the age of 1 still, so I use 2 drops of oil per 10 milliliter roller ball. So you can see that's somewhere between 0.5 and 1%. It's actually 0.75%. See, again, the math major. But when it comes to my daughters who are older, they're both in the same age range right now, I would start off with 6 drops. And what I have to say is that the less, the better. So I always recommend making it with the minimum amount of essential oil drops. And then if you see, I could go up all the way to 12 drops for my girls. But if it works at 6 drops, then that's exactly what you want to start with. Okay, so let's start talking about the 3 components that really I want to talk about with essential oils today and your kids. So the first is better sleep, which I've already mentioned a little bit. I love this thought. People who say they sleep like a baby usually haven't had one. I have always thought that's the weirdest statement because my babies were the loudest and they were moving around and they were waking up. That is not exactly how I'd want to see. So I'd just like to know, how many people out there would you rather like to sleep like a baby or sleep like a rock? Okay, so Jenny wants to sleep like a rock. Tommy wants to sleep like a rock. Bill wants to sleep like a rock. Sally, baby. Okay. Whatever floats your boat. I would like to sleep like a rock, but I appreciate that some people like to sleep like a baby. I'm going to go through the different types of oils and then how we put them together in a recipe. So the first oil that I mentioned was lavender oil. So the smell of lavender, very familiar. It's used for its calming and relaxing properties. It can also soothe occasional skin irritations and help to reduce feelings of tension. So for the skin irritation, we'll talk a little bit about that later as well. But right now we're going to focus on its calming and its relaxing properties. Okay, so the other oil that I mentioned was frankincense. Frankincense is the king of oils. And you probably heard of frankincense. You might be like me and you thought about Christmas time and We Three Kings. Yes, so that is frankincense. It's been used for thousands of years, obviously, since it's been referenced in the Bible. And it supports healthy cellular function and memory functions, and it balances mood. But the reason that I love it the most is because it enhances the natural properties of other oils when mixed together. So remember, lavender was calming and relaxing. So when I mixed frankincense with lavender, it made lavender even more calming and relaxing. How awesome is that? So I just gave it like a little boost to its properties. The saying that when in doubt, franken out. So if you don't know what essential oils to use, frankincense pretty much will help in almost every instance. So this is the recipe I talked about earlier. This is what I put in a roller ball for my girls. And you can see I actually only used 2 drops of each type of oil, which is a lower dilution than they would need. But I call this my sound sleep recipe. So at the time, I used a lavender, 2 drops lavender, 2 drops frankincense, put it in a roller ball and filled it with fractionated coconut oil. And then I would just rub it on their feet before bed. And I said that's one of the easiest way to get into their system. Rubbing it on your feet will take 2 minutes to get into all of your bloodstream. And so now it's acting everywhere. So another oil that's really great is vetiver. So this provides a calming, grounding effect on emotions. It promotes restful sleep, and it helps improve focus. So for this first part, I'm going to talk about this calming, grounding effect and promoting restful sleep. So vetiver is like a nerve tonic. In fact, my friend who's a therapist, what she does is she has patients who have addictions and they can't sleep at night because they're just too wired. So she'll have them take a drop of vetiver and put it right under their along the back of their neck, right where their brainstem would be, and it calms down their nerves to help them fall asleep. So this is a great boost to falling asleep. So what I would do is I take that sleep recipe I just talked about with the lavender and the frankincense, and then just add in 1 drop of vetiver to aid in falling asleep. This is what I actually do for myself. And then more recently, I actually learned that juniper berry alleviates nightmares. So that's another thing that you can put in. Now remember, I just used lavender and frankincense, and that was enough for my girls. Juniper berry on an emotional level helps to balance out the good and the bad in your brain. And so that would help to alleviate nightmares because it's balancing out that good and bad on your subconscious level. So again, you can start with lavender and frankincense, and then depending on what your child needs, if they need to fall asleep faster, add in vetiver. If they need even more help with their nightmares, add in juniper berry. This is kind of a create your own. So now my girls since I know about juniper berry, their mix does have juniper berry in it. Okay, so let's move on to talking about improved focus. So before I go any further, I want to talk a little bit about uplifting oils versus grounding oils. So uplifting oils are oils that have higher frequency, they have a brighter scent to them. So a great example is orange oil. The citrus oils are very uplifting. And what it does is it helps to boost your mood and bring you up. Grounding oils, on the other hand, are very earthy. They're oils that have low frequency, low energy, and are meant to calm you and bring you down. So depending on the type of focus you need, you're going to need a different balance of these types of oils. So peppermint. Peppermint helps to boost energy. And some of the other things that it does, if you apply it topically, it can help you cool off when you're overheated. It can help promote respiratory function and clear breathing, and it can help to reduce bloating, gas, and occasional indigestion. I have a friend that uses this when she has morning sickness. She smells it in, and it helps to alleviate her morning sickness. And then there's wild orange, like I was just talking about. So inhale it for an energizing aroma. It does uplift you and helps to bring you into a better mood. It contains powerful antioxidants, and it can also help to cleanse and purify the air, countertops, tables, other surfaces. But we're going to focus on that energizing aroma. So how many of you out there have teenagers? Okay, Jill has a teenager. Looks like Joey has a teenager. Chandra has a teenager. Okay, so there's a few of you out there. This is a blend that you want. So I don't have teenagers yet, but I use this for myself. This is called Energize and Focused. So if you have somebody that, they're sleeping all the time when it comes to teenagers, I think that might happen frequently. This is a great one when you're having a 3 p.m. slump, or maybe you do have a teenager that comes home tired from school, but they still need to do homework. This is called Energize and Focused. So you take the peppermint, put 2 drops, and then 2 drops of wild orange, and you can either put that in a diffuser and have it diffusing where they need to wake up and focus, or you can put it in a roller ball and top it off with fractionated coconut oil. Again, if you're looking at teenagers, you'll probably want to put more of the peppermint and wild orange in a roller ball. That would be up to you. I would put it on the back of my neck. That's just my preferred place of choice to put it. This is a great blend to wake you up and focus, and it just smells fantastic, you guys. I actually love this combination, and a lot of people call it happy crack because it just makes them feel happy. So that's one type of focus, when you need to wake up and focus. But the other type, or second type, would be to be calm and focused. So some people have an issue with being able to calm down and focus on something, or this is really good when you have that scatterbrained moment, especially like new moms when they're feeling scatterbrained. This can be really helpful. I use this all the time. This is called Intune, which is a focusing blend. And so this blend includes sandalwood, frankincense, and lime for clarity, and then patchouli, ylang ylang, I like saying that one, and Roman chamomile for calming. And so you just dilute it with a carrier oil and either rub it across the forehead or the back of the neck for your child when you need them to be able to concentrate and focus. So my friend, her son has autism, and she puts this on his forehead every morning before he goes to school, and he calls it his smart oil. So he always makes sure to ask for his smart oil, and she has seen a drastic improvement in his ability to concentrate at school and do better, and she hasn't changed anything else with regards to her daily routine except for adding Intune in the morning. Okay, squirrel, Doug. All of us are probably familiar with Doug from Pixar's Up, where he's just talking and all of a sudden he sees a squirrel and he diverts and then he goes back. We have lots of squirrel moments. So I know there are some of you out there that have children with squirrel moments probably a million times a day, and it is hard to get them to focus and concentrate on anything. So this next blend I'm going to show you is Anti-Squirrel Blend. This is something that you're going to want to use consistently and frequently throughout the day. So you can see this contains 8 different oils. So you have cedarwood, which is a calming oil. Vetiver, which I've already talked about. Remember that science blog says that it helps to improve focus. Bergamot is also a balancing oil, so it calms you and uplifts you at the same time. I know that's kind of weird, but it's true. Sandalwood is very calming and clarifying. Lavender, grapefruit, frankincense, marjoram. So all of this together is an ultimate blend. You can either diffuse it or place it in a roller ball and top it off with fractionated coconut oil. So what you want to do in order to consistently use this is to daily use it before bed by rubbing it on their feet, and anytime that they're feeling scattered throughout the day, And that's one of the things with oils is it's not like a one-time fix. It's not like you're going to use it once and bam, everything is perfect. No, oils are meant to be used consistently. So this is a great one to have on hand for your child to be consistently applying them on them when they have those frequent focus issues. So when used consistently, it can improve their overall focus. Okay, so let's talk about boosted immunity. So I know that there's a famous saying that says an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. That was by Benjamin Franklin. But I prefer to say a drop of prevention is worth a pound of cure. So how much would it be worth if could actually prevent your family from catching the latest bug? How much would you all pay for that? Right? I would pay hundreds of dollars. Someone said $1 million. That's probably a bit excessive, but maybe you've had a lot of sickness in your home. But I would definitely pay money to be able to prevent some of the months that my family has just passed the latest bug back and forth to each other in the past. We don't have that problem really anymore. Okay, so let's talk about the On Guard Protective Blend. This is the one oil that will boost your immunity more than any other oil. It is a blend of oils that help to support the body's natural antioxidant defenses and a healthy immune system. And when you diffuse it, it actually cleans the air out. So when one of us does get ill, we're using this in our house to clean out the air so that we're not catching it from one another. Okay, so this is what you're going to want to do. And this is like maintenance to boost your kids' immunities. And this is what I do. So first, I take On Guard and I dilute it in a 10 milliliter roller ball with fractionated coconut oil, and I rub it on my girls' feet every single night. And so that helps to boost their immunity daily. But this next one, I also make a foaming hand soap by mixing 2 tablespoons liquid Castile soap, 1 tablespoon fractionated coconut oil, and 10 drops of On Guard. You put that in an empty foaming soap bottle and top it off with water. And that has made the hugest difference. So I was putting On Guard on their feet every single night, and I still do. I saw the huge difference come when I started using the soap. And I think about it, how many times a day are you washing your hands? And so my daughters, every time they washed their hands, they got an immunity boost. And I think because they were getting that immunity boost all day long, we went for months, and I mean months, without catching anything that was going around it. It was glorious. And so now this is the only soap that I will use. Along with that, let's talk about lemon oil. So lemon oil cleanses and purifies air and surfaces. It also naturally cleanses the body and aids digestion, and it can support a healthy respiratory function and assist with seasonal respiratory discomfort when you're sneezing, when all the flowers are out to bloom. Lemon can help with that. But lemon oil is great to clean house with. So this is one of the recipes that I use for cleaning my house. I actually also use On Guard to clean. But this is a great one for cleaning as well. So it's a 16-ounce glass spray bottle, quarter cup white vinegar, 1 3/4 cup water, and 30 drops of lemon oil. Add all the ingredients together in the spray bottle and then shake it before using it. It disinfects the surfaces. And what's great about it is you don't have to worry about harsh chemicals in your home. And I'll tell you, I actually, even the water that I use to mop my floor, I use On Guard cleaner. And I'm so grateful that I do, because the last time that I went to mop my floor, actually, I shouldn't lie, my husband will mop my floor for me, which was very nice of him. But when he made up the solution, our son was just starting to discover things. He crawled over and starts playing in it. And all of a sudden, I'm so grateful, thinking, man, I am glad that that was just water and vinegar and some essential oils instead of bleach or other harmful chemicals that he could have been playing in. But when you're clean, now you're disinfecting and you're getting that immunity boost as well. Let's talk about a couple other oils that can help the immune system. One is Melaleuca. It promotes healthy immune function. You've probably actually heard of it before as tea tree oil. It can protect against environmental and seasonal threats, and it's renowned for its cleansing and rejuvenating effect on the skin, which I'll mention in a little bit as well. And then another one's oregano. So it offers powerful antioxidants, supports healthy digestion and respiratory functions, and it may help to support a healthy immune system. And I have to tell you, I actually use oregano the most for cooking. I use oregano and basil in my spaghetti sauce because, again, a little bit goes a long way, and then I don't have to worry about buying the herbs at the grocery store. Okay, so let me ask you, how many of you wish there was a way to stop the latest bug in its tracks? Let me see. Okay, I'm seeing lots of yeses. You know what I'm talking about, though. So this is my don't catch that bug mix. You know, when you wake up, you have that scratchy throat, your lips are coated, you're just feeling a little foggy, and you know something is coming on. So this is what you do to kind of kick that thing in the butt. So this is 2 drops of frankincense, 3 drops of lemon, 2 drops of Melaleuca, 2 drops of On Guard, and 2 drops of oregano. You mix it all in a 10 milliliter roller ball and top that with fractionated coconut oil. So really, you have to wait until your kids are older than 1 in order to use this on them. But you apply it to their feet and their neck every hour for the first 5 hours of the first sign of your ick, and then 4 to 6 times daily until symptoms are gone. So I put it on there to put it on there daily until the symptoms are gone. But truthfully, the last time that I did this, the last 2 times that I did this, one day, and the next day I was good to go. So I don't think you'll need to use it very long, but this is a way to kick that latest thing in the butt when it tries to visit your house. Okay, so I wanted to talk about some remedies for other childhood woes, because even when you're boosting immunity, there are still things that your kids are going to come across that you just can't prevent. Let's talk about the Owie blend. So this is for those scrapes, scratches, cuts, you know, the stuff that kids get just from playing outside. So you want to combine 4 drops of lavender and 4 drops of Melaleuca. You mix it in a 2-ounce spray bottle, and you fill it with fractionated coconut oil to spray on the irritated area. Now this is great. Lavender and Melaleuca are both good for calming the skin, but Melaleuca is also can work on it's antifungal, antibacterial to prevent and support the immune system in fighting off any infection that might happen from that scrape or that scratch. And because it's a spray, like a lot of times your kids, when you go to put on something else before you put on a Band-Aid, they don't want you to touch it. Well, this is nice because you don't have to touch it. Granted, you'll probably have to clean it off before, clean the scratch off or whatever before you put this on, so you still might bug them, but this is just a great solution for those owies. Cough relief. So Breeze is one of my favorite oils to use. I diffuse it in my girls' room almost every single night, and it helps to maintain feelings of clear airways and easy breathing. And again, it can help with the effects of seasonal threats from those flowers that start to bloom. And again, you can diffuse at bedtime to help coughing. So this is great for my son because when he's that little, I actually have a solution that I can help with the cough. Like, I don't know how many times when my girls were little, I just felt like, man, there is nothing out there that I can help with them. I just have to listen to them hacking. And then this gives me the opportunity to do something for him. A lice repellent. So I think this is great, especially when your kids are in school and they're young. If you can prevent them from getting lice, fantastic. So you take 3 drops of clove, which is clove oil is what actually repels the lice. They do not like clove oil. And then 3 drops of Melaleuca. Melaleuca actually can kill the lice. And so you put those together in an 8-ounce spray bottle with water, spray on the hair, and comb through it daily. And this is just something you can become in the habit of to help repel lice for your kids that are in school. Tummy troubles. So we are going through tummy troubles right now. And I swear it's because the amount of sugar my kids consume is just insane between different places that they get sugar from. But you can use Digest Zen, which is a digestive blend of oils. If you were to smell it, the smell that you would probably think of first of all was black licorice because it has fennel in it. This will soothe occasional stomach discomfort, and what you do is you dilute it and rub it on the stomach in a clockwise motion. It can also help with feelings of queasiness, so you want to inhale it when you're feeling nauseous. It's great if you are going to go on a road trip. Car sickness right there. They can smell it in and it helps. And then another problem that a lot of people don't have a solution for would be growing kids when they have just those from getting bigger. There is one called Deep Blue, which is the soothing blend. So it's perfect for a soothing massage at the end of a long day or after a difficult workout. And you can massage it into growing kids' legs with a carrier oil at bedtime. So this is great for moms and dads as well. And it really is great at the end of a long day to just rub this on your neck and your shoulders and just relax away some of the tension. It's very much like a nap for icy hot. So I love it. And it's great for the kids with this problem. And so I wanted to say to all of you out there that you can solve the unsolvable. So that's where all of this came from for me. I felt like with my girls' sleep, it was unsolvable. There was nothing that I could do. And then it turned out that there was a solution, just like with the growing pains I mentioned. Right now, we're working on bedwetting. There's an oil for that. Things that I didn't know were solutions. You can solve the unsolvable, and that's why I wanted to present this to you today, because so many people don't realize that there are these solutions out there. Um, and and so now I presented you with a lot of solutions, and I know that I probably gave you a ton of information, and you might be feeling a little overwhelmed, not sure where to start. Wanted to show you, doTERRA has the option of starting out with some great oil kits that they've designed for the beginning user. It's the oils that I've talked about today are in all of these kits, and it's something that's very easy to start out with. And so I wanted to let you know of this option because it's a great way to start oils. It's one of the cheapest ways to start using essential oils as well. So let me tell you about all the benefits of getting a kit, regardless of what kit that you get. So first of all, with all of these kits, you get a free wholesale membership, which is just like a Costco membership, right? So Costco means you get to buy everything at wholesale prices. Same thing here. So you get this free wholesale membership, 25% discount off of all future purchases and the current kit purchase. So with these kits, though, you're also going to save additional money up front. So just like you would bundle like your internet and your phone and your TV in order to save money, they designed these kits that when you bundle the oils and the products together, you're actually getting them cheaper than you would for wholesale if you were to buy them all separately. So you're saving a bunch of money up front. And then some of the things that I offer to everybody that purchases a kit is we start out with a free membership overview. So once you get your oils, I set up a call or a Skype session or FaceTime, and we just go through your oils. I find out more about you, what your needs are. I help answer any questions that you have. And it's not just like a one-time membership and you're done with your overview. I actually am always available after that. I give you my cell phone number so that you can text me or call me, my email, Facebook message me. I'm always available to help educate you because I want you to be able to know what the solutions are that are best for your family. That's the whole reason I put this webinar together today, was to show you the options that are out there. And I know that every family is unique and different, and I want you to be able to have success in your family with the oils that will best suit your needs. Then I also offer a private Facebook group that I add you to. And this is just a fun group of users. They post things all the time. Or some people will ask questions. So somebody the other day said, my son has a fever. Can somebody tell me what oil to use right now? And a whole bunch of people hopped on and said, try this or this or this. And it's just a great resource for everybody, as well as a place where you can win free products. So who doesn't like that? Last year they did Christmas in July, so every single day of July, if you commented on the post, you got entered into a drawing to win something. So that was 31 days of prizes. So awesome. And then I do educational webinars for all of my members to let them know, here's about a certain topic. So for instance, I might do a webinar about weight management and how to deal with weight issues using essential oils and natural solutions. So I constantly want everybody to be learning and to be growing and understanding how to use their oils. So no matter what kit you start off with, these are some of the benefits that you are getting. So the kit that I recommend to people that's a great starter kit, a great kit to begin with, is the Natural Solutions Kit. So this is actually the best value that you're going to get. It's $550. You save over $200 below the wholesale price. Plus, you have the opportunity to receive 100 points of free product. And that's something that I would go over with you when we did our membership overview of how you would how you'd be able to cash in on that opportunity. And then when you get this kit, you also get a free gift from me, which is an Essential Life book or a Modern Essential book. I let you choose. It's a $30 value, and it's an encyclopedic book that not only has information about all the different oils, but recipes, uses. It has a background on essential oils and aromatherapy. It's a fantastic reference guide. So let me tell you why I love the Natural Solutions Kit. So first of all, this is going to have most of the oils that I already talked about. So it'll have 15 milliliter bottles of lavender, lemon, peppermint, On Guard, frankincense, melaleuca, wild orange, Digest Zen, and Breathe. So you can see most of those oils, all of those oils I have presented about today. More, Balance and Serenity. So Balance is a grounding oil. That's another great one for focus. doTERRA's Serenity oil is great for sleep. I love Serenity oil. I diffuse it every night in our house, as well as using my my lavender, vetiver, and frankincense combination. And then it also includes a whole bunch of natural products that are really easy to get your house started in boosting your immunity. So on the right, what you have is On Guard soap. So yes, I do make my own soap occasionally, but being the mom that I am, I'm super busy. So sometimes I just buy doTERRA's already pre-made On Guard soap, and I use it in the foaming hand wash, and it's a really easy way to have the soap. It has your toothpaste. It includes Correct-X, which is just like a cream form of the Owie blend that I talked about earlier. And then it also already has a bottle of fractionated coconut oil so that you can start diluting your own oils to use on your kids. And then instead of the deep blue oil, what this has is the deep blue rub, that blue tube on the left. So they've made a lotion out of it. So it's really easy to get the benefits of the deep blue oil for that soothing relief. And then for your older kids and for yourself, there's also this white stick on the left that's a Breathe stick. So they're taking the Breathe oil and they've actually made it into a stick that you can rub directly on the chest or on your kids' feet. And then this kit also includes a diffuser, that white box in the background. That is Aroma Light diffuser. That's the kind that we have in our house, and it will actually diffuse the aroma of the oils into our open concept living room and kitchen. So it's a really powerful, great diffuser, and I love it. And they just have some other natural solutions in here. So I always recommend starting out with this because you get such a huge savings with this kit. Now, if you're not into the natural solution side of it yet, we do have the Home Essentials kit. So the Home Essentials has what I call the Power 10 oils. It's $275, which means you save over $80. But it has frankincense, lavender, lemon, melaleuca, oregano, peppermint, doTERRA, breathe, DigestZen, On Guard, and Deep Blue. So those are the 10 oils that are going to cover about 90% of all of your family's needs. And you can tell I have talked about all of these oils today in my class. And it includes a diffuser for free. So that's the petal diffuser, which I absolutely love. And at any time, if you find a kit that you love, by the way, you can go online to www.carriecarlisle.com/classkits. You can check out all the details more, and you can order from there. But I think the Home Essentials Kit is also a great way to start with the 10 essential oils that every home needs. And then the last kit I'm going to show you is the Family Essentials Kit. So this is the smallest kit that doTERRA offers for beginners. And it is the exact same oils as I just showed you in the Home Essentials Kit. And you're still going to save $30, but I call this the sampler kit, and I'll tell you why. So these oils are 5 milliliter bottles. The difference here, if I go back, Home Essentials Kit has 15 milliliter bottles. So I just want you to do a comparison here. Family Essentials Kit, 150, 5 milliliter bottles. So that, triple that, you get your Home Essentials Kit, and that's triple the amount of oil for less than half the price, and you get a free diffuser. So I do tell people between the two, I highly recommend the Home Essentials Kit because it is a better option in terms of the value you are getting. But the Family Essentials Kit is also a great kit to start with, and sometimes that's the only thing that people can afford at the time. And that's totally fine. That is the kit that I started with. In hindsight, I wish I had bought a bigger kit simply because I would have saved a ton of money up front now that I've bought all of these oils. Could have saved myself some bucks, but that's good. So those are the 3 kits that I want to show you. doTERRA has some bigger ones, and they have some other ones that you can check out on my website. The main ones that I recommend people start out with because they have those 10 oils that will cover so many of your needs. Now going on in October, there is a promotion where if you buy one of these kits, so you sign up and place 100 order, which all of these kits are, and then in November, if you sign up and if you buy another 100-point order, you get a free doTERRA Lifelong Vitality Pack of vitamins. So that is $106 retail value. And I have to tell you that the vitamins have been an amazing game changer for me in my life. So since I started taking the vitamins every day, and this would be something for adults, for moms and dads, since I started taking the vitamins every day, I don't have a 3 p.m. slump anymore. Very rarely do I have that slump, and I don't drink caffeine. I am not a coffee person at all. This is just what I use as these vitamins. The other thing is I used to have back issues frequently. I could feel my back tense up and be about to go out and have a lot of pain. Since I started taking these, I no longer have that issue. And if I stop taking them for a few days, it comes back. So I really feel like these vitamins have made a huge impact and difference in my life. And so this is a great offer. You get a kit this month, place a 100-point value order next month, and then you get the free $100 of vitamins as well. So that's the October promotion, and that's from doTERRA. Let me tell you what I am offering as my masterclass promotion for attending this class. For the next 5 days, everyone that buys a kit is also going to get a free starter kit from me. So I want you to be able to get these oils in the mail. I want you to have the starter kit on hand, and I want you to be able to hit the ground running using them for your family. So what I'm going to be sending is a 60-page reference booklet called Essential Oils Simplified. It will have not only list the oils and the different explanations of what they do, but it will have different issues, and it'll tell you what oils to use for those issues. I'm also going to send you some of my favorite essential oil recipes in this e-booklet that you can see on the left. And it includes all the recipes that I talked about today, plus some recipes specifically for babies and mommies, and for treats and for more house cleaning and natural solutions. Also a phone app called Droply that I'm going to give you free access to. And this is a great resource for when you're on the go and you need to look something up. It will tell you exactly what oil you need and different blends. And it's like a crowdsourcing app. So what it'll do is people will put different recipes on, and then other users will try them and vote on them, so you know how many people decided that that solution was really helpful. And then I'm going to send you 2 empty roller bottles with labels, a small bottle of fractionated coconut oil, and then 5 empty veggie capsules. Now, I told you that you can't use oils internally on kids, but you can on yourself. So remember that don't catch that bug mix I told you about? Well, you can use that same ratio, put all of those oils in a veggie cap, and then take it 5 times that first day. Every time I've done that, it just knocks it out. So I like to send that with this, something for the moms and dads. So again, you can order all of this at carriecarlisle.com/classkits. The reason that I really feel passionate about being able to do this is because I have seen such amazing results in my life. So I love this statement, change your daily habits, change your life. So when you look at all the stuff that I've talked about today, all of the solutions that I presented to you, these are not solutions that have taken a long time. They are literally solutions that I implemented in minutes a day in my home. And it has made all of the difference just by adding a couple things to our daily routine. We're switching out our hand soap. It has made a huge impact in our life. And you're probably wondering, as you're looking at all of this, why am I willing to be so invested in people I don't know? Why does it matter to me whether or not you succeed with essential oils? So I'm going to be honest with you. If you were to order essential oils from me and they were to sit on your shelf and you weren't to use them, I would have failed in my job. I want you to be able to see a huge difference in your life using essential oils. I want you to know how to use them. I want you to see the benefit of using them. And I want you to be able to solve the unsolvable. So when I couldn't get my girls to sleep, I felt so lost. I didn't know what to do. I couldn't help them. And when I saw that one solution work, I thought, what else? What else is out there? And I started thinking about the people that I knew, the people that I loved, such as my parents, my other family members. What problems were they having that maybe they just didn't know? Maybe they didn't know essential oils could help them. Maybe that's all they needed to hear. And I was the person to tell them. And that's why I'm invested in you, because maybe you have a solution that you're not sure what to do about. I just had a woman the other day who said that she felt hopeless. And maybe essential oils is that solution. Maybe it is as simple as consistently using one oil that can change your life. And that's why I'm so invested, because I truly care about people being able to have a better life, to not feel stuck, to be able to solve the unsolvable, and to know that if you can change just small things in your daily habits, you can change your life. So I really want to thank all of you for joining me for this masterclass today. And I remember I mentioned that bonus. So right now I'm going to tell you fast action bonus. In addition to all of the stuff that you get from ordering a kit, in order to getting that starter kit that I'm giving you right now for the next 5 days, if you order while we're still on this class in the next 15 minutes while we're doing the Q&A section, then you also get a free bottle of wild orange oil. And you cannot, wild orange oil only comes in the Natural Solutions kit. It doesn't come in the other 2 kits. So it's just oil that is great to have in your home. So I'm offering that to anyone who orders in the next 15 minutes. And again, you can check that out at carriecarlisle.com/classkits. Okay, so let's look at some Q&A. So I know that I saw some questions pass by. I couldn't look at everything as I was going. Okay, so let me look. Okay, so let's go with this one first. So Sheila asked, do you have to order something every month? Sheila, that is a great question. And people get confused about that when they hear the word membership. So I really do want you to think about it as if it were a Costco or Sam's Club membership. So remember, you get your membership card, then Costco or Sam's Club doesn't care whether or not you order something every single month. You don't have to go every single month. And so it's the same thing with doTERRA. You have that membership available to you. So whenever you want to order something, you will get 25% off of the retail cost. In addition to that, because you're a member, you can also qualify for other promotions that they're offering, such as if you buy 200 points of product, then you get 100 points of product for free. And yes, they do actually do that type of promotion a couple times a year. But no, you do not have to order something every month. You can order something right now and then not order it for like 6 months. So don't worry, it's just giving you access to that lower wholesale value prices. Okay, Carla, is the amount off what you save off of retail or the wholesale? So when I was showing you those pictures and saying like you get $200 off on the family's, on the Natural Solutions kit, or you get $80 off the Home Essentials kit, that is off of the wholesale price. Remember, the Home Essentials kit is $275, right? So if you were to purchase each one of those items separately at wholesale, it would be $355. Now, if you were to purchase that retail, it would be $444. So that's the actual savings that you're looking at when you get the kit. If you want to compare retail, that would be $440 to $275. That's going to be $165 right there. So really, it's a lot more than what is actually stated. So it says, $80 savings. No, you're getting a lot more savings than that when you compare it to your retail. Okay, so I just want to give a little shout out. Jen, Julie, Alex, thank you all for purchasing a kit. I am so excited to be able to start this journey with you and to have our membership overviews and to get to know you better, and have you be part of my group of oil happy users. So thank you. I look forward to working with all of you. Okay, so John, he wants to know if tax and shipping is included. So that is another great question that I didn't mention. So tax and shipping are applicable. But when you go to the order page, what it'll first do is ask you to pick what country you live in. So it will calculate all of your taxes based upon where you live in the world. It will also modify the options that are available to you where you're living. So for instance, if you're in Canada as opposed to the United States, it will shift everything to be Canadian dollars, and it will show you the taxes applicable there as well as what your shipping options are. So in the United States, just to make this simple, because most of you are in the US, you have several shipping options. The cheapest one is SurePost, and it is only $3.99. And it does not take very long to get there using SurePost. So that is a really quick and easy option to do for shipping. Okay, so Katie, free product, how does that work? Okay, so I know I mentioned free product when we were talking about the Natural Solutions Kit. And what that refers to is you get 100-point value. Okay, so let me explain. When you get a wholesale membership, there is an optional program called the Loyalty Rewards Program. What this is it's basically like rebates. You get rewarded for ordering something every single month. And what you do is you set up a loyalty rewards program order. You pick the day of the month that you want it to ship, and you pick what you want it to ship first of all. And then it will give you a percentage back. So how the program works is it goes anywhere from 10 to 30%. So when you're a brand new member, it'll start at 10%. And then every 3 months, as long as you consistently place an order of a certain value, it will bump up 5% and max out at 30%. So right now I have 30%. So that means every time I spend 100 points or $100 essentially in buying oils, they give me 30 of those points back to use on a future order. Plus, every time I go to rewards order, I actually get the shipping back in points. So it's like getting free shipping. So this is where it differs a little bit. Than just having a standard membership is this free program is actually the best value because you are getting a portion back in rebates to use on a future product. The other nice thing about the Loyalty Rewards program is they actually have a product of the month. So if you place 125 point value order by the 15th of the month, doTERRA will give you a free product that they have deemed for the month. And I truthfully tell people to always use the Loyalty Rewards program because it is the cheapest way that you are going to get orders or oils for your orders. And here's what here is what I did because I'm all about getting free things. As you can see, I'm giving away a lot of free things. I like getting free things. That's how it goes. So like I said, I started with the Family Physician Kit. That is just 10 oils. And there are a lot more oils out there that you can use. And so what we did was we started with the Family Physician Kit. And then I put into our monthly budget every month about $150 so that I could order 125 points of oils plus taxes and shipping every single month before the 15th so that I could get the free product of the month. So every single month what was happening was I was getting a free oil and then I was getting a percentage of my order back. So in the past year, as I've done this, not only have I gotten hundreds of dollars free in just the promotions that they're giving, because sometimes they do, like I said, a 200 point, you order 200 points and you get 100 points for free. So not only have I gotten hundreds of dollars that way, now currently I have $600 worth of product credit sitting in my account. And this is only in a year's time. So I haven't spent that yet. I haven't decided what to spend it on. But this is the kind of benefit that you're going to be seeing from using the Loyalty Rewards program. So it is an optional program, but I always really highly recommend it as the smartest way to buy oils. So that's how you would get your free product. And with the Natural Solutions Kit, what it would do is you would, if you place a 100 PV order the next month, then you get 100 points for free the following month. It's like there's a follow-up question from Billy. Does the order you place have to be the same each month on the rewards program? Great question. No, it does not. That is the amazing part. So it's not like you have to buy the exact same thing every single month. So what I'll do is I'll set up my order, and then a few days before it's set to process, I'll get an email and it'll say, hey, just letting you know your order is about to process. Would you like to change it? And so then I can go into my account and I can update which oils and products I need for that month. And so every single month I get to pick exactly I want, and I don't have to worry about getting the same thing every month. On the flip side, there are some things that I always get every month. So if I just had that on my account, that would be great. Like the vitamins, I take those every single month. I love them. I use them. The soap, I actually get that every single month. So it just depends on how you want to do it. But no, it does not have to be the same thing every month. However, if you forget to change your order, you will get. That being said, they're really good about their refund policy. So if you have anything that is not opened and you return it within 30 days, then you get 100% back on that refund. So if you accidentally order it, you can get your money back. Customer service is also really fabulous, so you can talk to them, and if they got your order wrong, or if you need to do something different, like I once accidentally shipped it to the wrong place. It was sitting at will call, and I didn't live by will call. You can talk to them and they will sort things out for you. So I just want to give another shout out to Sarah and Tanya. Thank you so much for ordering a kit. I'm so excited. I think that your family will see huge benefits, and when you get the starter kit in the mail, which I'll be mailing out in the next few days, so look for it. I think you will really love everything that's coming to your home, and it will make a huge difference in your lives. So thank you for placing your trust in me, and I look forward to getting to know you. Okay, next question. So how do I get the oils not in the kit? Okay, Mary, so that goes back to what I was just talking about. So after there's two things you could do. So you could either, when you go to order a kit today, you can add them on. So let's say you wanted Vetiver for focus and for sleep. Then you could add on an additional oil today, or you could set up a loyalty rewards order for next month for those additional oils that you want to have in your home. Either way is the best way. And I should mention that you can create a standard order. So when you go in, it'll ask you if you want to create a loyalty rewards order or a standard order. The difference is that in a loyalty rewards order, you have the option to be able to get some of your points back. And you do have to order something every month in order to maintain your points, but you could order just one thing a month, and no matter the price, it would keep your points active. Standard, you don't get anything back. So I always tell people loyalty rewards program, good. Standard order, bad. And if you want to set up a monthly loyalty rewards program order today, when you order a kit, you are more than welcome to. What it'll do is it'll walk you through ordering a kit, and then it'll ask you, would you like to set up your monthly order now? And you have the option to set that up today or to set that up later. And if you want to talk about it more, then that's fine. That's something that we will definitely go over in the new member overview. Yes, I'm not interviewing you, don't worry. That's something that we definitely go over in your new member interview, and I would explain more to you about how the program works and the best way to get your oils into your home at the cheapest cost. Okay, so let's look. We have 1 minute and 32 seconds. So, okay, last one. Joe wants to know, how long do the oils last? Okay, so this question is really kind of dependent. Let me give you a frame of reference. So a bottle of 15 milliliter oil will contain about 250 drops. So remember that when you use this, it's really potent. You're only using it 1 to 2 drops at a time. So 1 to 2 drops, if you're using 2 drops at a time, that gives you what, 100 of it. So it's really going to depend on how frequently you use the oils themselves. So for instance, you'll note that in my presentation today, when I talked about oregano, I only use it for cooking and when I'm starting to feel icky. So I don't go through a lot of oregano. That doesn't really get opened very frequently. However, oils like lavender, which I'm applying to my whole family and myself at bedtime every single day, that we go through in probably about 2 months because we're using such a large quantity every single day on different people. So it really just depends on how long it lasts. Now, if you're talking about shelf life, once you open the oils, they'll still really last for a long time. Unopened, they can last for several years. So you're definitely looking at a product that's going to last a long time. So that was the end of our Q&A. I am so glad that you all came and took some time. If I wasn't able to answer your question and you still want to know more, feel free to email me at carrie@carriecarlisle.com. And again, this promotion that I'm doing with the masterclass, where you have a free starter kit with all of those awesome benefits, you can get that for the next 5 days only. And you can go to carriecarlisle.com/classkits, talk about and check out all of the kits I've talked about and the starter kit. And I hope that you all enjoyed yourself and have a fabulous day.